Of Sports 56 Happy Hour is brought to you by MemphisFarmers.com. Insurance coverage backed by a local agent and a brand trusted nationwide. We are farmers. MemphisFarmers.com.
Check it out right here.
Ladies and gentlemen, and now,
the only man to give death a near Johnny experience. Johnny Harden.
Yo, how's everybody doing? And welcome into Sports 56 Happy Hour with your very good friend Johnny Radio, your sports mixologist, John Harden. You always know who's making this thing sound so dead-gum good. That's your man who always kept the quarterbacks upright and all the running backs running downhill. That's my man Gabe Kuhn at G_Kuhn71, and that's Kuhn, by the way, at G_Kuhn71. Now, we have a very busy show, and I am very excited to talk to you about it because, well, I just love the fact that it's a hump day. Always think of that Geico camel. He loves hump day, doesn't he? But I love hump day, but you know what? Geico is like, I love farmers, man. You want to get into insurance? Let me tell you a little something about insurance. Do you know who Chad Gatlin is? Oh, you don't? Well, let me tell you, go to MemphisFarmers.com. He gives you the whole first hour. Like this whole first hour, just say, Chad, we love you. Because I get to listen to Johnny Radio and Gabe rap about everything. And it's all because of MemphisFarmers.com. Give him a call. Home, auto, life, business, whatever you can think of. 901-235-1176. Give my buddy a call. Now, we have literally some of the craziest stuff in the world to talk about. We have coming up Soup du jour game. Does that work for you? We have the big game. That's the only thing I can say. We have the big game coming up. We got Patrick Mahomes. And I just want to know, how in the bleep did porn star Jimmy all of a sudden become chopped liver? And why is it that the so-called experts have literally basically cast aside this young man who was wanted? Like Bill Belichick was ready to trade Tom Brady for him. The dude has done nothing but what? Win football games. He has thrown. This is and one thing that makes me so mad, and I'm not gonna lie, I'm just gonna straight out and call it for what it is. It's that First Take show with Stephen A. Smith. When he comes out and says, porn star Jimmy, because he actually steals my name. I know he stole it from me, loser. You know you got it from me. You were listening to my show one day. No, you took it there. No, I'm just kidding. No, for real, though. But he always sits there and says, porn star Jimmy ain't done nothing. Never deserved anything. Have we given porn star Jimmy's record, by the way? Gabe, did we talk about this yesterday?
I'm pretty sure we've talked about it on multiple occasions. I mean, the guy does nothing but win. 21-5 in the regular season, including this year. You know what that makes him now? In the postseason, he is what? 2-0. 23-5 all time as a quarterback.
And that's called nasty. Just so you know, that's nasty. And then the most important thing is, in all honesty, will you pull up the San Francisco 49ers? Just go to San Francisco. Just go to 49ers record over the last 3 years. Let's go back to Colin Kaepernick days. How about that? Let's go back at least the last 5 years, and let's look at the 49ers. I want to remind you, the 49ers are the first team to ever lose 10 games in 4 of 5 seasons before going to the Super Bowl. I want you to hear what I just said. In the history of football, no team has lost 4 of 5 games in 5 seasons and then gone to the Super Bowl. Now, you want to say, why is there this? You say they lost 10 games in 4 or 5 seasons. Yes, they did. In fact, they got close to losing almost 10 every single year. They were really bad, except for there was this segment where Jimmy G came in, and he won every single game they played. He played every single game he played in. They had won. He took over the worst franchise in football, and that is not a joke. The 49ers, do you remember Colin Kaepernick's 49ers after Jim Harbaugh left? Do you remember Patrick Willis left? That defense was gone. I'm being dead serious. They were the joke of football.
After they lost in the conference championship in 2013, they proceeded to go with Jim Harbaugh 8-8. They switched coaches. Went to Tom Sula 5-11. Went to Chip Kelly
Poor
for a
Jim
year.
Tom Sula.
2-14. Then Shanahan went 6-10. Last year they were 4-12 without Jimmy G. This year 13-3 with. And they have been and the reason that this is a conversation is because he threw the ball 8 times in the conference championship. And I understand that he doesn't have to do much, but that's a team thing. No one was saying anything about Tom Brady when they won the Super Bowl last season after scoring only 13 points. No one was saying anything. Oh, is Tom Brady washed? No, they were saying, oh, Tom Brady just won another Super Bowl.
Oh, my goodness. How bad did that feel, people? I almost don't even need to comment. Gabe Kuhn just dropped the mic. Did y'all realize that? Did y'all catch what he just said? Nobody said anything about Tom Brady winning last year's Super Bowl by, doing what? Handing the ball off, playing great defense? By the way, do you remember how he won his first few Super Bowls? One, they spied on the St. Louis Rams. Remember that? Spygate. Let me tell you a little bit about Spygate. And then remember, he set up Adam Vinatieri to kick field goals. And he let this great dude named Bill Belichick, who was the mastermind of this amazing defense, who cheated, stop Marshall Faulk, Torrey Holt, Kurt Warner, and the Bruce is loose. Yes, and the man Isaac Bruce. But again, they cheated. But he was still great football. He is a great football player. He did lose twice to Eli. But anyway, he's got 6 Super Bowl rings. He came back in that Atlanta one. That Atlanta win is the greatest one, in my opinion, that Tom Brady ever had. That was just when they beat the Eagles, that was kind of like, well, yeah, you beat the Eagles. Andy Reid finally got through the deadgum NFC Championship game after going 0 for 4. You know what I mean? It was like, it's about time Andy got there. Good job.
But yeah, I sit here and I completely agree in the fact that you look at Jimmy G and what people are trying to say about him, it's laughable. And I'm not trying to say he's some elite, incredible quarterback that is going to go down as
he's
one of the best. I'm not saying that, but he is a 23-5 quarterback
with a career.
He's done well.
By the way, can I ask you something? This is where I wanted to get through. This is very simple to do. Through any other quarterback, and we can do this. Is there a quarterback who has a better record through his first 28 games?
Is there?
Nope. Answer that one really quick. No, there is not. There is not a single quarterback with a better record through his first 25 games. He has the highest winning percentage of any quarterback on the field. The dude doesn't win 50% of his games. The dude doesn't win 75% of his games. What the hell is 23-5? I know it's more than 75, Holmes, because I know a third is, I'm just saying, let's just be real. We got to stop talking about Jimmy G is like the luckiest guy ever. I heard a guy today say, there's certain athletes who are just lucky. There are athletes who are unlucky. And I wanted to say this real quickly. I've come on this show a million times and say, without Montana and Walsh getting together, there is no Montana. And possibly, I don't know if he could have done it with another person, but I think Walsh could have because he was such a great mind and he had Jerry Rice and such a great group around him. But boy, did Joe Montana make it work well. Hell yeah. It was like perfection came together at a perfect time and made the greatest recipe you've ever seen. So you look at Tom Brady and Bill Belichick. Were they perfect for each other? Dead gum right. He kept taking team-friendly contracts. They gave him a great offensive line. They got a great defense every single year, speedy wide receivers, and a running back to hand off the football. Tom Brady's got 6 rings. They've benefited from each other. It was a great relationship. But what I'm trying to say is Jimmy G was actually the guy that Bill Belichick was thinking to myself, Tom's getting old as dirt. It is about time to move on. And you know what? This young man, he's not Cam Newton. He's not Lamar Jackson. He's not Patrick Mahomes. He's not Dan Marino, Brett Favre, Aaron Rodgers. He's not all these special players. But you know what, damn it? He's a winner. He can throw it. He can read. He's a winner. And that's the whole point. The guy makes all the throws. He doesn't mind handing the ball off. Again, I told you he threw 8 passes last week. Was he upset about that? Did he care? No. This is a guy who does not have to be in the spotlight. He's gotten paid. Again, they invested $131 million in porn star Jimmy. San Francisco said they want you, buddy. And the guy has done nothing but deliver and win games. When he plays, they win. And I want to remind you of this. It's very, very simple. The 49ers, this year, what is their record? 13-3. Regular season, they're now what? 15-3. Last year they were 4-12. That is correct. Porn star missed out. But guess what? When he played, they won all his games.
This is an interesting stat too. In 2017, you remember?
Well, that's where I was about to go. They were 0-8, right?
No.
0-7?
They were, I believe, they would have been 1.
I know
1-10.
he took over.
They were 1-10. They were 1-10.
He won 5 straight games when he took
over.
over.
They were 1-10. He went 5-0 to end the year. With and Shanahan was the coach too.
In fact, now I need to look it up because I think he
no,
was 6-0.
it was. I think no, he was 1-10. He was 5-0 in 2017 when he
he's
when he
5-0?
joined the team. Yeah.
See, dude, that's balling. So the guy does. So they lose without him. Hold on. Do y'all hear what I'm trying to say? So now, can we go back 1 year? Let's go back to 2016. Let's go back to 2017. What did the 49ers finish at that year? By the way, people, they were 2-14. All right, that was the year before they got porn star Jimmy. The year before, even like 2 years before they got porn star Jimmy. Where did the 49ers finish? 5-11. So they went from 5-11 to 2-14. This team was so dang bad, it wasn't even funny. And then in 2017 and 2018, they started off and lost the first 6 games of the season. They look like a big old pile of you-know-what. And then what happened? They give up a draft pick. You get the porn star. He goes out there. You get a win. Then you do some stuff. And then he comes back in there and you play 5 straight games. He wins 5 straight games for you to end 2017-18. 2018-19. My man porn star goes out there. Things start out before he gets injured. He's winning games like it's going out of style. You lose him, you finish. Do y'all know that y'all finish the season 1-11? Wow, you were 3-0 and you finished 1-11? That's damn embarrassing. So, you're telling me that you can't see how this guy actually means a lot to his team? So last year they're at the bottom, and then he comes back. And where all of a sudden do they finish? 13-3. The dude wins football games. Look at his record. How many games did he lose at New England? How many? Did he lose, 1? And that is a career thing? I'm trying to remember.
As a starter in New England, he is 2-0.
Or was he? Oh, he was undefeated. So my man, realistically, here it is. I got it finally. Here, bam! I love this thing. So my man Jimmy wakes up. All of a sudden, he's a baller shot caller. Tom goes down. He just keeps that thing going. He's a winner, 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 winner. Congratulations. Goes to San Francisco, does nothing but win games. And again, he is 23-5. What does that say? Just, I'm the man? Because for me, that says, I'm the man. Now, I wanted to bring that up because that was very important. Now, the question of the day, by the way, we have to talk about is not as just Jimmy G. I know this is not Jimmy G versus Patrick Mahomes. Patrick Mahomes has the most to lose in this game. And I wanted to ask you something, Gabe. As much as I just defended Jimmy G, do you think Jimmy G has a chance to win?
Yes, but based on different factors besides what he's going to bring to the table.
Ooh, interesting.
Like his
the
defense and that running game, it's good. It's really good. But
have you looked at it closely? Do you not feel like that this defense doesn't match up good against Kansas City?
It's interesting. I think Richard Sherman is not
a team
really
that runs
built,
to cover three. That's what I'm saying. A team
not
that
really
runs to cover
built-
three is not built for speed.
Yeah.
They're built on stopping the run and keeping everything in front of them and contained.
I agree.
Over the top, you got Hardeman and you got Hill, two guys that can
And
straight
Sammy
up.
Watkins and Travis
I was
Kelce.
getting ready to say the fourth pick is the fourth choice. Think about what I'm telling you right now. The fourth pick in the draft, Sammy Watkins, when he went to Buffalo, is the fourth receiver for the dead-gum Kansas City Chiefs. That's not a joke. You got Hill. You got Kelce. Who is first? Is it Hill or Kelce?
I'd go Kelce.
Kelce one, Hill two.
as a reception getter. But
And who's
Hill
number
is
three?
he's a threat to score from anywhere.
Who's number three?
3
Hard.
men.
He runs a what?
4-3.
Oh, how fast is that? Fast, buddy. Let me tell you something. That is fast. So when you got guys like that can flat out run, this feels like when DeForest Buckner and Bosa and all these guys are trying to come up there and get pressure on Patrick Mahomes, who, by the way, is extremely underrated as an athlete. This dude can move. He has – nobody says this. You never hear Patrick Mahomes in happy feet because he doesn't have happy feet. What are happy feet? If you played football, you would know what happy feet are. Happy feet are when a quarterback gets in the pocket, he drops back. He's in the exact same position that the defensive ends both know he's going to be. He knows he's going to be there, and he realizes his wide receivers can't get open. His tackles can't block, and he's waiting, and next thing you know, his feet start tapping, and he knows that, damn it, if he doesn't get rid of this football fast, he's about to get lit up like a Christmas tree, and then, damn it, he gets lit up. But you know what else? If you start seeing happy feet, sometimes he doesn't even get hit or lit up. But his feet are so happy he gets rid of the football soon or early. You never see that from Patrick Mahomes. Never. Now, Jimmy G is also another cool customer. So basically what I was getting at, and I didn't even tend to spend this much time on the first segment of the big old game, because I got to also talk about, I got to look up, I want, people to do me a favor in a minute. I'm going to put you on I'm going to give y'all some homework if y'all are ready for some homework. But I didn't mean to spend that much time on this because I have something that I really need to talk to y'all about, and it's very important. It's called the All-Star. It's called Derek Jeter. Gabe Kuhn has got some great stuff to talk about there. We're going to bring that stuff up. And then I have to talk to you about, let's be real, Kansas State, Kansas. We have to talk about the University of Kansas as a whole. What has gone on there lately? How it is that they can have, Self wear the chain, Self have Snoop Dogg, the stripper poles, then Self have this. How can everything the Adidas, like he wore an Adidas shirt, by the way, after Jim Gatto had just got done testifying when he did an interview, and it was almost like, yo, Adidas, I want you to know I'm going to stay silent, because that's exactly what him in that interview felt like to me. Was Adidas, I got your back. If you don't know what I'm talking about, I tell you one thing, you better not touch that dial, because you will. Sports 56, 96.1, and of course, 87.7 FM.
Spend your lunch with Greg Gaston and Eli Savoy on Sports 56 Middays, delivered by FedEx. Weekdays from 10 to 1 on Sports 56, 96.1, and 87.7.
This is a Jackson Hewitt Tax Service announcement. Don't want to wait weeks for your tax refund? That's a reason to go to Jackson Hewitt Tax Service. File your taxes with Jackson Hewitt and ask a tax pro how you could get up to $3,200 fast with a no-fee refund advance. It's a 0% APR loan from MetaBank that's available before your tax refund is, so you could get money when you need it. Go to jacksonhewitt.com to learn about availability, terms, and how you could get money on a prepaid card fast, like today fast. Go to Jackson Hewitt today. That's Jackson Hewitt.
Welcome back to Sports View. Today's topic, who deserves to win big this season? My 2 cents, good drivers. I mean, that's why there's Snapshot from Progressive. Let's go to Rick for some confusing metaphors.
Look, if you put a classically trained cellist in a garage band and you tell him to play filet mignon, I guarantee you, the meat on that burrito ain't gonna light the candle.
Thanks for clarifying, Rick.
If you're a good driver, there's no other way to say it. You deserve discounts with Snapshot. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Snapshot not available in California, North Carolina, or from all agents.
The Vault on G.E. Patterson in South Main downtown has all your game day needs with 30 TVs. If your game is not on one of the 20 big screens, then sit in a booth with your own remote. The Vault has game day specials on pitchers, buckets of beer, and great food, which is the best thing about the Vault. This is not your normal sports bar. Chef Dirk Meitzler from On Tour and Cafe 621 has all his favorites like Chicken Newport and his new lobster enchilada. Open for lunch and dinner every day with lunch specials for $12 weekdays with a drink. The Vault on G.E. Patterson in South Main, your downtown place to eat, drink, and watch the game.
DeSoto Auto Sales specializes in late model cars with low mileage. They have the highest standards in the car industry. All of their cars are test driven, checked out from head to toe, unlimited inventory, every make and model. And if it's not on the lot, they'll find it for you. Walk in the door of DeSoto Auto Sales, 5704 Goodman Road. Within 45 minutes, you can test your car, get credit approval, and finish paperwork within an hour. No shortcuts at DeSoto Auto Sales. Kind, courteous employees, a down-home environment. DeSoto Auto Sales cares about your time. Lowest prices in a 350-mile radius. We're living in a world today where time does matter. Visit them online. Check out their referrals. DeSotoAutosales.com. Very proud to serve DeSoto County and other surrounding areas. DeSoto Auto Sales, 5704 Goodman Road. Call 662-890-7184. 662-890-7184. Come on down to DeSoto Auto Sales.
Got something you want to get off your chest?
You better have a backup plan.
Want to join the conversation?
Someone needs to tell him he has to grow up.
Join us on the First Bank phone lines at 360-8255 or the First Bank text line at 67129. Welcome back to Sports 56 Happy Hour with Johnny Radio. This hour is brought to you by MemphisFarmers.com. Insurance coverage backed by a local agent and a brand trusted nationwide. We are farmers. MemphisFarmers.com.
Well, show me the way to the next whiskey bar. Oh, don't ask why. Oh, don't ask why. Show me the way to the next whiskey bar. Oh, don't ask why. Oh, don't ask why.
What is up? What is up? Welcome back into a little Johnny Radio's Happy Hour. You catch us on Sports 56 Happy Hour with your host, the man himself, John Harden. You know who is always with us. That's my man, G_Coon71. I just call him Gabe. Just call him Gabe when you call 901-360-8255 because I want to talk about some Hall of Fame. Hall calls. And you're going to sit there and say, what do you want to talk about the Hall of Fame for, John? And I'm going to tell you right now, it's very simple. It's a guy named Derek Jeter. I just want to know, as I very, very simply elaborated to you, what did I say yesterday? There is one guy who looks like they're not going to vote for Derek Jeter. Did I say that yesterday?
Yeah, you did.
Was I the first person, honestly, to call it? Come on now, let's be real.
That I had heard from,
Did you
yes.
hear that you heard of it? I didn't hear it on any radio station. I hear it. Only place I saw it from was Idiot's Twitter account. Now, I thought there might be another person who may do it, but nobody else did. And I was reminded that I want y'all to realize that there is a person who literally, when I say hates the Yankees, hates the Yankees. And I reached out to them, and they said that, in fact, they're basically a voter, and they are the biggest, the biggest Red Sox homer, Yankee hater in the world. And he said, in the big picture, no matter how I look at things, there is no way or a logical reason that I can keep Derek Jeter as much as I would like to off the ballot. And I'm going to explain a little bit more, but I want y'all to hit me at 67129 on the text line. Tell me what you think about the Hall of Fame vote. Tell me what you think about the vote itself, how it's worked. Me and Gabe had a very interesting conversation. I actually meant to get into it a little bit earlier, but I guess y'all just got me going on this whole Patrick Mahomes thing, and for some reason I got agitated. But, yeah, because people keep texting me about how Jimmy Garoppolo is not, like, he can't hold. Listen, Patrick Mahomes might be the greatest quarterback since sliced bread, but remember, this is a team game. Now I'm going to get off of football because it keeps coming in. But I wanted to go just to basically the Hall of Fame and how it happens. Larry Walker, Derek Jeter, guys on two totally different ends, and guys, by the way, who are not separated by, the Pacific Ocean the way people make you feel like they are. Mariano Rivera is the only person to get 100%. Yet he's also the first reliever to ever be a first ballot Hall of Famer, so I find that fascinating. And then Ken Griffey Jr., he had the second highest until Derek Jeter. So you're like, hey, he did better than the kid. He did better than Babe Ruth, which, by the way, I told you yesterday, there was one person who's a Hall of Fame voter. And I don't think it's going to take a genius. All you have to do is go to Johnny_radio, see the person I kind of attacked and said, so you're telling me because Babe Ruth didn't get 100%, you're going to be that guy? Like, for real? You going to be that guy? You're going to be that dude because Babe Ruth, a dude you never saw play, you're going to be that guy. And that's the problem that we have. And that's what I want to bring up at 67129. And that's what I want to talk about with my friend Gabe, because I think Gabe gets it. We can sit here right now, and I can promise you this. Whoever has a vote, every single one of them has a right to vote based on their reasoning. And I respect their reasoning if he or she, whoever votes, seems fits to explain the logic behind their votes. Now, if there's nothing to be explained, then you don't have anything to explain. But when something like this happens, I just want you to come out and say, hey, I did not vote for this reason, and logically help me understand. Because I'm about to put, I think, this to bed real quick. There have been years in the past, and I will give one reason that there's going to be an old person out here who's going to text in and is going to say, you know what? A lot of people, that guy probably knew Jeter was going to get in. And he felt that there was somebody that needed to get in dire need. So I had to use that 10th vote on him instead of Derek Jeter, like Larry Walker. And I'm going to tell you, that's BS. A lot of them only voted 7. Did you know that?
You have 10 votes. The fact that there are years where we have had 0 inductees, it makes no sense to me. The MLB
that was
Hall of
steroid.
Fame ballot, I don't get. I will never understand.
As a football player, does it make you agitated and angry because
yes,
you feel like baseball lives in their own damn world?
Look, Derek Jeter, if he's not one of the 10 guys on that ballot that you checked off, I don't know who, like, if you know anything about baseball. 3,400 hits. The guy has won multiple World Series. He's an MVP. He did everything for that franchise. He did a lot for baseball. There's no reason to leave him off your ballot. And I was never like some big Derek Jeter fan. I just know his greatness is worthy of the top 10 on that ballot this year, and it's not even close.
I just got to tell you, I feel like a proud father. Like, listen to you talk about Derek Jeter and baseball. I don't know, Gabe. I love you, dude. They just made me feel so proud. Like, my belly's warm. Like, you are 100% right at everything that you just said. And this is where I want y'all to think. And again, this is where I say I don't mind. I don't care if he didn't vote for Derek Jeter or she did not vote for Derek Jeter. If there is a logical reason behind it, I just want to hear it. I know who it is. because I also know who sent out those tweets. It won't be very hard. Y'all can go sleuthing yourself.
And then, Greg Gaston said this earlier. If you have prior convictions and you have reasons besides the play that has been put on the field, you should not be voting.
Correct. That's a very good. You know what? Gaston's 100% right on that.
I think this year, when you look at Curt Schilling, right, 216 wins, right, 3.46 all-time ERA, one of the great pitchers of his era, and he didn't get in this year. He couldn't get in this year because he'll probably get in next year. I get all that, but why does time have to pass? I think you're a Hall of Famer or you're not. And I think reasons at times for Curt Schilling not getting in is because he's kind of a crummy human being. But what he did,
state, there's a lot of things.
But what he did on the field is Hall of Fame worthy.
And I feel exactly where you're coming from. And that's the thing about, we talk about this, and this is where I hope at 67129, you people out there want to jump in and, let your feelings be known. And you can also call us at 901-360-8255 as we chill in the Family Leisure Studios where family and fun come together. Family Leisure, 2120 Winton Road, just north of I-40. But he is 100% right in Gabe. And in the grand scheme of everything, it is basically has to do with this. And I want to say one thing on Derek Jeter. I want you to listen to what I'm saying. When I say this, just close your eyes. If you're driving, do not close your eyes. If you're chilling at your house, just close your eyes and listen to what I'm saying. And don't think about the person. Don't think about his wife. Don't think about his uniform. Don't think about anything but this. In the regular season, in baseball's regular season, because I know a lot of people said, it's all about his postseason. He didn't do anything in the regular season. Well, listen, baseball writers who say that. He's 6th all-time in hits. 6th. All-time. 6th. Pete Rose is 1, and y'all complain like drunken, gambling, crazy, wild Pete Rose. He's 6th. Derek Jeter, by the way, who was in the New York media. Do you know what else he is? He's 11th all-time in runs. And this is where I want to pull a Gabe Kuhn move and drop the mic like he did earlier. His postseason, and this is where the fact that he didn't get 100%, and it's that one a-hole, it angers me in a way that I want to slap somebody outside their head. And by the way, just so you know, this is from a friend. And by the way, he's a voter. And if you look it up, and I'll tell you, it says he's a Red Sox homer. On his Twitter account, it says Red Sox homer, Yankee hater. Now, he tweeted this, and he does have, by the way, a vote. And you can find him also on my Twitter. But it says, he says, Derek Jeter, as much as he broke my heart, as many times as he hurt me, it is not like one for me to vote on hate. But the reason I hate him is because he was so damn good. He is a no-doubter, first ballot Hall of Fame baseball player, and first ballot human being. Come on, man. Like, what box doesn't he check?
And that's what I was going to say. People are asking, why are you so offended by him not getting that final vote?
Oh, I'm about to give you the. Here's the.
He's a first ballot. Why are you so offended? He's in the Hall of Fame. The reason I do is because the people voting on it, by every single metric that you could possibly bring to the table, Derek Jeter's a top 10 player on that ballot. It's not even close.
And by the way, are you ready for the cherry and all that stuff before I go to break? Are you ready for me to put the cherry on top, Gabe Kuhn? It's going to freak you out when I say this. And by the way, this kind of reminds me of my good friend at I Buy Houses, Bill. Like, he's the baller. He's like the Derek Jeter of I Buy Houses. 901-406-1101. Hall of Fame. Send this dude right now to the Hall of Fame. I Buy Houses. He's helped more people in Memphis. I can't even explain it to you. You call 901-406-1101. I mean, 901-406-1101. I don't care if you're in Southwind, South Memphis, North Mississippi, Midtown, downtown, right across the bridge over in Arkansas. I don't care. Oxford, wherever you are and you can hear me, you call 901-406-1101, and guess what? Guaranteed to close in 5 days. Bing, bang, boom. Just snap your fingers like that. Guaranteed to close in 5 days. I just sold your house. 901-406-1101. Call the Derek Jeter of house buying. Give my buddy Bill a call. 901-406-1101. Now, tell me if these numbers do not end the argument. And I just want you to remember, when I say these in a row, he is first in every single category, okay? First in postseason's games. That is something that does help. He's at 158. He's also first in hits at 200. First in runs at 111. And I'm going to quit saying first because it'll take me forever. But he also has the most doubles at 32, triples at 5, and now I have to get off first. He has the third most homers of all time in the postseason. He has 20 postseason home runs that aren't, added to his little total. Fourth most in RBI. Think about what I just told you. He has the fourth most RBIs in postseason history. Fifth most walks ever. No, yes, playing for the Yankees, did it help him? Damn right it did. But do you know what it's like to be in New York and have the spotlight on you every single day, and every single day get up, stand up, and show up? Derek Jeter, for too many decades, got up, stood up, and wasn't just showing up. He was an excellent human being, an excellent baseball player, a great teammate, a spokesman for the New York Yankees, for the Steinbrenners, for the game of Major League Baseball. And what he did undoubtedly deserves a unanimous first round Hall of Fame vote. If anybody had ever deserved it, it's him and his teammate Mariano Rivera. And because you think you're so damn smart, Mr. I didn't vote him in, I can promise you, karma's a beep, and it will catch you.
I think with him, it's with that guy who didn't vote for him, it's there's something in his head that didn't let him do it. But I think there's another conversation about.
Yes, and I know. Can I tell you something? He tweeted out, if Babe Ruth didn't get 100%, he said Mariano Rivera didn't.
That's a dumb reason. Pull his vote.
And no way Derek Jeter is going to get it.
It's a stupid reason.
I said it to you yesterday.
Yeah, but it's a stupid reason. But I do want to get into the conversation here. Are more people worthy of first ballot selections? I look
Probably.
at some of the history, right?
You know what? Not probably. Absolutely.
Like why did Larry Walker have to wait 10 tries?
Don't know.
You look at and I want to point this out. Like, he went from 36% of the vote in 2018 to 76 now. Why does time matter so much? I have so many questions. I don't understand the thought process. They have a strange relationship with history. The MLB does, especially in Hall of Fame voting.
If I say this, are you going to think I'm racist? I think they were anti-mullet.
I didn't see that as racist.
I don't know. Are you sure? They might be anti-mullet. How many mullets are in the world in the Hall of Fame? Are you sure they're not racist against mullets? Like, I don't see Joe Dirt in the Hall of Fame.
Is that racist? That can't be racist.
Well, we call everything racist today.
Harris.
That's Harris. I'm just trying to bring a little bit of light and some humor. But you know what Gabe Kuhn brings up is something that is 100% correct. This is a guy who is an MVP, not of the Rockies, not of, like any team he played for, Montreal, St. Louis, I think he finished with.
Yeah.
He did finish with St. Louis.
We liked him in St. Louis for that year.
But what I'm saying is, this is a man, if I am correct, spent 16 years in pro baseball, 17, 16, something like that. Dude was in baseball for, like I said, a couple decades. And by the way, I just want to remind you of this. I know this right off the top of my head. He's a MVP, 7-time All-Star, I believe he's a 5-time Gold Glove winner. And one of the best right fielders I think I've ever seen with a cannon. He would throw the ball to third base, and people would be crying. Oh, and I think he has 4 batting titles, right?
I don't have it right in front of me, but I trust you at your word for that one.
Now I got to Google.
Do you
it.
trust yourself at your word on that one?
Actually, no, hold on, I'm good.
No, but then I have to point this out. Todd Helton. Okay, he was on the ballot as well this year. Didn't really come close.
Shoot,
Fourth
I was wrong.
year,
3-time batting title, 3-time Silver Slugger, 7 Gold Gloves, 1 MVP, 5 All-Star votes, and finished in the top 4 different years of the MVP ballot.
But anyway, Larry Walker gets in. Okay.
Oh, by the
This
way,
year,
career
congrats.
313. Like he is
313.
313 career, and he batted, by the way, 6,907 times.
Now,
by the way, do you know his WAR is 72.7, the highest
know that,
of
man.
any person never not to be in the top 5 years?
Now, congrats to Larry Walker, okay? And Todd Helton was also on the ballot this year. It's his 4th year where he could have possibly gotten in, didn't come close. When you look at Larry Walker versus Todd Helton statistically, it's like the same exact player. They played Todd Helton's a first baseman. I understand
No,
he probably
good job.
wasn't as good of a fielder.
Calling out the hypocrisy for what it
But
is, Gabe.
I'm just trying to say, like, I don't understand why Todd Helton, who will probably eventually get in, has to
he
wait
will.
5 or 6 more years to get in. It doesn't make sense to me.
It is a very, Walker is at 316. I pulled it up to make sure I wasn't wrong. He's batted 316 for his career. He had 7,962 at bats. Wowzers. He had 2,519 hits. Not bad. 369 home runs, 1,406 RBIs. Todd Helton, you're a baller. Again, Larry Walker had 1,311 RBIs, batted 313, had 383 home runs, which is more.
It's nearly identical, but it's close to identical. It really is.
No. It really, really is. But there is something missing, and I do not.
Larry Walker was on the ballot longer.
Well,
That's
no,
why.
I don't mean to be disrespectful when I say this to Todd Helton. Todd Helton was never the MVP.
One MVP is the difference.
Dude,
between
an MVP, in my opinion, is so damn big, and people forget this, and it makes me want to listen. Like Big Shot Rob, when he came out there and said about measuring rings and all that stuff, when you were the best player in the entire damn league, the best player in the entire damn league, ever. I mean, like there was not a player that year that was better than Larry Walker. Not even close. He won it hands bleeping down. And if you're wondering what that year was like, let me just tell you. The year he didn't win it, he batted 379, had a 458 on base percentage, an OPS of 1.168. Oh, yeah, higher than Babe's. That's right. Slugging, 710. The year he didn't win it. The year he did win it, because that year he only hit, I'm so sorry, he only hit 37 home runs when he batted 379. But the year he did win it, and again, I want to remind you, he finished in the top 5 in 5 years. 5 years. He won the MVP and finished in the top 5 in MVP voting in 5 years. And by the way, they weren't consecutive. We're talking about 1992. We're talking about 1997, 1998, 1999, 2001, and 2002. The guy was a baller. He batted 350 or above in 3 different seasons. If you want to go to 330, it's 5. If you just want to go above 300, it's every single year until you went to St. Louis. I mean,
and he's a 10th ballot guy. He's a 10th ballot guy,
and he's the end. That's what I don't get. He's a dude won the bleeping VP, and yes, I love Todd Helton, and he's going to get in before Larry Walker, which is BS. But Larry Walker was a 7-time Gold Glover and he will never. Todd Helton, for what he did at first base. Larry Walker was one of the best right fielders that played the position.
It's BS on the part of the Baseball Writers Association. It has nothing to do with Todd Helton versus Larry Walker, because Larry Walker and Todd Helton are both Hall of Famers.
You're exactly right.
So I think there just they need to figure this out, and it has become a problem where I think guys are having to wait far too long when they're no doubters.
Yeah, and the thing that I guess the year he won, by the way, just so you know, his fielding percentage was 997. He hit 49 home runs, 366 batting average, an on-base percentage of 452, a slugging of 720, and an OPS of 1.172. You heard what I just said. And by the way, in that entire season, in that entire year, my buddy did not do anything but kick people's teeth in, and nobody gives him any respect. Why? 1997, everybody's juicing. Everybody's talking about what's going on with steroids. Larry Walker looks like he's been drinking beer and hanging out with John Kruk. I mean, come on, let's be real. That's one reason Larry's not in. I don't get it, man, but we'll talk more on the other side. Just remember, MemphisFarmers.com, my friend Chad Gatlin, and always remember, we'll be right back on Sports 56, 96.1, and 87.7 FM.
Listen online anywhere, anytime at sports56whbq.com.
Help us make room for our incoming inventory at Family Leisure. Save thousands on all floor model spas. Floor model play gyms up to 50% off. Patio furniture 10 to 50% off. Don't wait until May to purchase your swimming pool. Buy now and get scheduled for the spring installation. Additional discounts on all swimming pools, grills, fire pits, outdoor kitchens. Get to I-40 and Whidden Road. There's always something good at Family Leisure.
Family and fun come together.
Hewlett & Dunn, nestled on Old Town Square in Collierville, has 4,000 square feet of the largest boot selection in 200 miles. International boot legends Luke Casey, Double H, Red Wing, Ariat, Justin, and Tony Lama. Hewlett & Dunn has rubber hunting boots by Dry Shod, and recently has expanded the selection of safety work boots. Filson Hunting Gear, biggest selection in 3 states, and now carrying Duckhead. Western wear, hunting attire, jeans, belts, hats, and more at 111 North Center Street, Collierville on Old Town Square. You need to stop by Hewlett & Dunn? You bet your boots. Tiger Hoops fans have something extra to look forward to this coming March. Not only is it tournament time, but it's the opening of the Tiger Hoops exhibit at the Pink Palace Museum.
After Finch's two-pointer, Ronnie Robinson sank the shot that once again brought the two teams into a tie.
Come to the Pink Palace Museum this March and experience 100-plus years of Tiger men's and women's basketball, from their beginnings as the West Tennessee State Normal School to the present. It's the Tiger Hoops exhibit at the Pink Palace Museum, opening March 7th.
Hi, this is Troy Five-Ash, owner of Five-Ash Roofing. It is that time of year where the weather is unpredictable, and given the recent storms, it's a good time to discuss insurance claims. So here's a few things you should know. Always hire a local contractor, because if you have a problem with your roof down the road, you want to be able to find him. Never allow anyone to pressure you into signing a contingency contract. They're used as sales tools, making you feel committed, and the truth is, those contracts are not worth the paper they're written on. Be careful of door-knocking salesmen. Some are reputable, but many are not. They canvass the neighborhood and tell everyone to file a claim, working their percentages and not caring if you file a claim, even when they know the likelihood of it being approved is low. Some will even damage your roof, hoping to convince the adjuster it's storm damage. That's fraud, and contractors have gone to jail for that. So do your research and know who you're hiring. Five-Ash Roofing, the official roof of the University of Memphis Athletic Department. Fair, honest, and ethical. 367-0050 or memphisroofer.com.
Five-Ash Roofing, it's what we do. We're here for you.
This is a Jackson Hewitt Tax Service announcement. Don't want to wait weeks for your tax refund? That's a reason to go to Jackson Hewitt Tax Service. File your taxes with Jackson Hewitt and ask a tax pro how you could get up to $3,200 fast with a no-fee refund advance. It's a 0% APR loan from MetaBank that's available before your tax refund is, so you could get money when you need it. Go to jacksonhewitt.com to learn about availability, terms, and how you could get money on a prepaid card fast, like Today Fast. Go to Jackson Hewitt today. That's Jackson Hewitt.
Did you learn your ABCs when you were a kid? Well, as a grown-up, it's time to learn your CBDs, as in CBD edibles, oil tincture, pain cream, and beauty products. All found at Your CBD Store, with 3 locations: Poplar Avenue, North Germantown Parkway, and Goodman Road East. You'll find all natural, organic, and non-GMO products. Need to learn more? Your CBD Store has a knowledgeable and friendly staff that can answer questions, help with choices, and put you at ease about your CBDs. Your CBD Store, with 3 locations: Poplar Avenue, Cordova, and South Haven. Your CBD Store, making it as easy for you as ABC CBD.
Welcome back to Sports 56 Happy Hour with Johnny Ray.
Kick it over here.
This hour is brought to you by MemphisFarmers.com. Insurance coverage backed by a local agent and a brand trusted nationwide. We are farmers. MemphisFarmers.com.
Oh, yeah. Welcome back into a little Johnny Radio's Happy Hour. And I'm fired up because when we get to Johnny Radio's favorite segment, which is Hardwood. And by the way, let me tell you something. On Sports 56 Happy Hour, if by the end of the show you're not happy, then Johnny Radio didn't do his job. But I promise you, by the end, you're going to be smiling, unlike the people who could have been underneath the chair of Kansas's Mr. D'Souza. That was a little scary last night. We'll talk about Silvio De Souza, how we fought for him to get on the court, and now it seems like he's going to have to fight to get back on it again. Wowzers. By the way, we'll talk about Bill Self. We'll talk about the whole situation with Kansas. And by the way, talking about Kansas is always hard for me because 2008 is when Mario Chalmers in Kansas shot the shot that shot me right in the heart. And I'm sure a lot of Memphis fans still feel that. So talking Kansas is not usually going to be hard. At 67129, let me know how you feel about what happened last night, how disrespectful it was, or how it was overblown. Does he deserve a second chance? Was this something where we are just so lucky and grateful that an assistant coach grabbed the chair and it's not a Myles Garrett situation? Like, there's a lot to unpack underneath this Kansas State debacle and what had happened. There's also a lot to unpack with Bill Self and who Bill Self is as a man. And realistically, what the hell is he teaching at Kansas? Like, damn. Is he teaching like... don't even get me started. We'll talk about it at 2 o'clock. You will too at 901-360-8255. Me and Gabe, we're going to break it down. We are talking Kansas. We are talking Kansas State. And we're going to talk about Zion. He is coming out tonight, baby. And I ain't talking about no closet. He's coming out to do a little bit of a pajama jam all over people's faces. Now, a lot of people say he's going to be the baddest thing since LeBron James. On the other side, I think I'm going to have to break down the reality of Zion Williamson for you. Now, I could be wrong, but let's just be real. When has that ever happened? Come on, y'all. Like, let's get real. I don't make mistakes. No, I'm just kidding. But we are going to talk about Ja. We're going to talk about Zion. We're going to talk about Kansas and K-State. We're going to talk about basically basketball at 2 o'clock. And then let me tell you a little secret. If you have never been a part of Hardwood, today might be the best Hardwood we've had, well, in 2020, because I've had some really good Hardwoods. But this one today, it is so action-packed. Like, I got a kid that broke my heart and made me cry just by reading his story, and he is my hero, and I want to give him some attention for what he does for sheltered animals. We have stories about, like, just put it this way. Whatever you do, you're going to make sure you have our app. You're going to make sure you're watching us on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Periscope, YouTube, whatever. Because if you miss Hardwood, you just basically going to miss out today. But whatever you do, always remember MemphisFarmers.com. My very good friend Chad Gatlin, he's the real deal Holyfield. He gives you the first hour, and he also gives you the best insurance. And he's got the backers of Farmers, the brain of Memphis, all in one. Call him at 901-235-1176. And I promise you, you're going to hear everything you need. Give Chad a call or check him out at MemphisFarmers.com. I will be back to talk about Kansas State. I will also talk about all the big stuff that's going on in the world. And let me tell you something. It's mighty, mighty, mighty large. Plus Hardwood, it's going to make you feel so dead good and good. So don't touch that dial.
Bartlett Small Engine has been serving quality power equipment since 1970. They have a full line of power equipment, parts, and services for most makes and models. Bartlett Small Engines has the best brands in the power tool industry: Honda mowers, trimmers, and generators, Steel blowers, trimmers, and chainsaws, Echo trimmers, blowers, and chainsaws, plus quality products from Red Mat and Shindawa. And they're all American made. Bartlett Small Engine is your can-do store. 6780 Summer Avenue. Call 901-386-9779.
Upgrade your commute at Acura of Memphis. Seize the thrill and test drive one of our award-winning models, each packed with cutting-edge technology, luxurious amenities, and a driving experience that's sure to awaken your inner self. Driving shouldn't be a chore, it should be an adventure. Advance your drive today, shop our aggressive lease and finance options now. Luxury is waiting at Acura of Memphis, or shop online 24/7. Visit AcuraofMemphis.com.
You have to be up in 5 hours, 2 hours, 6 minutes. And when you hear, you realize that you haven't slept a wink. That's why there's ZzzQuil Pure Z's, a drug-free blend of botanicals with an optimal dose of melatonin, so you can fall asleep naturally with no next-day grogginess. It's available in both liquid and gummies, tastes great, and is non-habit forming. Pick up ZzzQuil Pure Z's from the sleep experts at Vicks ZzzQuil. ZzzQuil Pure Z's, naturally superior sleep. Available at retailers near you.
DeSoto Auto Sales specializes in late model cars with low mileage. They have the highest standards in the car industry. All of their cars are test-driven, checked out from head to toe. Unlimited inventory, every make and model. And if it's not on the lot, they'll find it for you. Walk in the door of DeSoto Auto Sales, 5704 Goodman Road. Within 45 minutes, you can test your car, get credit approval, and finish paperwork within an hour. No shortcuts at DeSoto Auto Sales. Kind, courteous employees, a down-home environment. DeSoto Auto Sales cares about your time. Lowest prices in a 350-mile radius. We're living in a world today where time does matter. Visit them online. Check out their referrals. DeSotoAutosales.com. Very proud to serve DeSoto County and other surrounding areas. DeSoto Auto Sales, 5704 Goodman Road. Call 662-890-7184. 662-890-7184. Come on down to DeSoto Auto Sales.
Kansas City and San Francisco are headed to the big game, and Sports 56 will be there. Join Eli Savoy live from Radio Row in Miami for Sports 56 middays and throughout the day, Tuesday through Friday. Get all the latest news and hear guests from around the league previewing the matchup. Coverage of the big game on Sports 56, 96.1 and 87.7 is presented by The Big Green Egg, Gateway Tire, Olive Branch Motorsports, and Southland Casino Racing. And also brought to you by Memphis Tourism and Sports Council.
You'll see the dedication in every single step. You'll see it in the smiles, when smiles are hard to get. You'll see it in the little things that add up to success. The caring and passion are the things that we love best.
Wolf Chase Lemon Brace is your Mid-South provider for orthotics and prosthetics. They are an ABC accredited facility, and their practitioners are ABC certified. At Wolf Chase Lemon Brace, their services include artificial limbs, legs and arms, braces of all kinds, and custom molded inserts. You can call them today at 901-507-7821 for their location on Highway 64 in between Germantown Parkway and Appling Road, or visit them at their new location in Jackson, Tennessee. That number is 731-660-5900, or visit them on the web at wolfchaselemonbrace.com.
To yours, Wolf Chase Lim and Brace.
We are Sports 56, WHBQ Memphis, WIVG-FM Tunica Memphis, and WPG-FLP Memphis, Flynn Broadcasting Stations. Welcome to Sports 56 Happy Hour with Johnny Radio. On AM 560, 96.1 FM, and 87.7 FM. This hour is brought to you by your CBD store, your one-stop for all your natural, organic, and non-GMO CBD products, where good health hits home.
Check it out right here. Ladies and gentlemen. And now,
a man that eats meat so rare, he only eats unicorns. Johnny Harden.
Yo, 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 how are my people doing out there on this beautiful hump day? I'll tell you one thing, it's a special hump day. We're getting ready for the big game. My man Eli Savoy's probably getting ready, packing. He's got to head down to Miami. All the people are getting ready. They're going to be heading down to Miami. Sports 56 happy hour. We're just going to bring you all the love that you can and we can. And your boy Johnny Radio loves you. And Gabe Kuhn at G_Kuhn71. He's got your back and he's going to make sure that I sound somewhat decent as we get through this next hour. And I'm going to tell you something. Hardwood is special. Like, we have a very special Hardwood. We're going to break a little bit early and we will get to Hardwood because we have stories about hero children. We have stories about furries, and I just love talking about furries. We got a story about a crazy person in the Miami airport. I also got another Antonio Brown situation. By the way, just a little sidebar.
By the way, quick, before we move on here with Antonio Brown, it's getting less and less. It's not funny anymore. It's just not. And I think it stopped being funny a while ago, and I'm tired of seeing people poke fun because at this point – he needs serious mental rehabilitation, and I'm not sure that the damage is not already done. I wonder if it's even can be rehabilitated at this point.
See, this is where me and you might be close we've disagreed on many things. This is to where I am of the, I guess I am of the ilk, and maybe because of the years that I have on you, that he has surrounded himself. Drew Rosenhaus ended his relationship with him. Everybody that has tried to help the man, he has ended it. He is his own man, unfortunately, in this world that we live in. And once you're older than 18, you can do what you want. And the fact that he still has a bankroll, he's still able to do what he wants. And if he won't listen to the people, his family, his friends, his agents, the people in the league, all those who have come to help him, he wants to continue to push them away, but he allows all these, quote, Antonio Brown people to come in and say, I love you and I'm going to be here with you and we got your back. And, it's like you can look to better yourself. You can humble yourself enough to try to be almost human. Or if you get into a point to where you become so narcissistic that you actually think that the laws and the world doesn't apply to you, it does make me almost kind of feel like I'm not trying to be mean. And again, mental illness I take very seriously. I don't like people just hiding behind mental illness and saying, oh, he must be mentally ill. No, people can, by the way, this is something that bothers me. And we're about to talk about a different subject. But by the way, why is it always mental illness? How come people can't be stupid anymore? Like, why the hell can Antonio Brown not just be a dumb you-know-what? Because in my opinion, there ain't nothing mentally ill about him. I've heard him talk. He is a dumb bleep. And you know what the last three letters are. Starts with the A and it ends with the S. And as I say this, it is not as. You know what I'm saying? He is dumb when it comes to the way he has dealt with his situation. He treated himself. He got himself out of Pittsburgh. He got himself out of the Raiders. He got himself into this situation, and he continues to dig this hole. And again, every lifeboat, nobody has had more lifeboats sent out to him. And you know what he's basically done? He's literally basically been a baseball player who's playing shortstop in between a play. Just kind of grabbed himself and spit on the field and said, kick some dirt and says, I don't give a damn. I'm Antonio Brown. I'll do what I want when I want it because I am Antonio Brown. And again, mental illness, bipolar, schizophrenia, all these things, like real mental illness that is real. And it does not ever need to be mixed up with stupidity. Because believe it or not, you can be, and I'm going to say this right now, you can be a complete idiot and not be mentally ill. You can just be a jack, you know what.
And I do like that point. I really do like that point. Thank you for that.
Sorry.
Thank you for that, sir.
I've heard a lot of people say that he's suffering from mental illness and all this stuff. He's never had a doctor who has said he's bipolar, never said he's schizophrenia, never said he has this, never said he suffered with that. An NFL team has never said he suffered of any of this stuff. So basically what I'm just trying to say is you can be a moron. But guess what? I can tell you something. If you're suffering and you're unlike Antonio Brown and you're actually looking for help, go to your CBD store. You know why? Because guess what? When you go into your CBD store, unlike Antonio Brown, they care. You walk in there and you know what they're going to do? They're going to say, hey, how are you doing today? And you're going to let them know maybe you're a little bit scared. Maybe you are struggling with accepting what you're going through. Don't be afraid. When you go into your CBD store, I have been in there. I have met them. They are very kind people. And the only thing they want to do, they just want to help. And the cool thing about your CBD store is they all know that we're human. They all know that we're not perfect. They all know that we suffer and that we're in life. Basically, if you don't realize, it's basically about suffrage, and it's how you deal with it. And it's how you get back on top of those mountains and deal with it. So if you go to your CBD store, I can promise you this. They're the winner of the Excellence Award at the CBD Expo in 2019 in Miami, because they can explain to you what it does to your endocrine system, what you're suffering from. They have a PhD on site. They have lab results. Go to your CBD store, 3157 Poplar or 680 North Germantown Parkway, and you're going to say to yourself, dang, why did I wait so long? Next thing you know, 2 weeks, you're going to be feeling like me. You're going to be like dancing in the street. Oh, but you know what? It is time. Me and Gabe are about to talk about something that is a lot of fun. And we talked about a lot of good stuff. And now we're going to talk about also some bad stuff. But we're going to start with the good, because the bad is Kansas and Kansas State. But the good is Zion. Zion Williamson is back tonight. His name is Zion. We want to party. We drink Bacardi. No, I'm just kidding. I don't know if he likes Bacardi or not. But all I know one thing is, for somebody who is 19 years old. By the way, I don't know how many people realize he's 19 years old. It breaks my heart that this young man is 19 years old, and we're talking about him like he's LeBron James. I looked on Twitter earlier. I was reading an article that was on The Athletic, and I'm being dead serious, Gabe Kuhn. I'm not going to call out this writer, but there was a writer on The Athletic that said this: Zion Williamson is about to take over tonight the NBA. He said he will elevate the Pelicans into the playoffs. The Spurs are basically done. And I'm just going to say to yourself, what 19-year-old 6'6" kid came into this league? And by the way, he's 6'6.5", okay? I'll give that to you. I'll give you that half an inch. He's like 6'6 1/3 or whatever. And yes, he's 280 pounds. And yes, he can jump. But I hadn't seen him shoot a three-pointer in a pace and space NBA. I ain't seen him defend a player in the NBA. I don't know how he can guard a 5 or a 4, let alone a 3, because he doesn't have the footwork. So who the hell is he going to guard? He's shorter than everybody. Like, if he doesn't become Charles Barkley, if he doesn't get that shot, like people forget that Chuck, he was small, but Chuck could jump. Hey, Zion's small, but Zion can jump. But do you know what Chuck could do that Zion can't right now? And maybe he's developed it. Chuck could shoot. Charles Barkley, and a lot of people forget this. He might have been 6 feet, 6 inches tall and played down low, but that man was one of the first big dudes who could step outside and just stroke that joker.
I think Zion can develop a shot, and he already has one to a certain extent.
Dude,
but I'll tell you tonight,
his shot looks so bad. I'm gonna tell you,
it's a little goofy, but it goes in
right now. Zion Williamson will not make half as many all-stars as Ja Morant.
I am of the belief that Ja Morant will have a better career, but I think it's yet to be seen right now. We have to see tonight, but to say tonight he's going to take over, people will be watching, but tonight I wouldn't expect him to get more than 20 minutes.
Dude,
you got to have him on a minutes restriction.
I heard Eli already say he's going to get a double-double in his first game ever.
I said 10 and 6. That's what I said.
Yeah,
Eli was on 18 and 10. I thought that was a little high, but
look, he might go absolutely bananas. And let me just tell you something. He might have a great night. But again, it's all going to come down to regular season, James Harden in the beard, he's a regular season MVP, and he's a failure in the postseason, and that's what we always remember. We don't call James Harden really the last year's MVP. A lot of people still think it's Giannis. Well, he was Giannis, but the year before. But anyway, you know what I'm trying to say? Is James Harden is slowly, from 2 years ago when he was the MVP of the league, they don't trust him to win a championship. He is going down while Giannis is going up. What I'm just trying to say is in the NBA, like, you can be a regular season star, and if you don't do it in the postseason, you have 1, maybe 2, 3 seasons, then all of a sudden you're washed away.
Where are we relating this to Zion?
What I'm trying to say is, in Zion, for them already to say that he's going to all of a sudden in his first game, and this is a team that's right outside of the playoffs, and this is what I read today from The Athletic, and it says that he is going to elevate them past the Spurs into the postseason, and this will be the beginning of seeing the true form that Zion Williamson can be. And by the way,
I will ask you this, though. Do you think when you look at Zion that he can be a double-double getter? Do you think he – I'm not saying all-star. I'm not saying any of that. Do you – I think absolutely he can be a good player, double-double guy.
Okay, wait. Okay, is he going to be a double-double player like Kevin Love on a bad team?
I don't know. I think it's, again, this is yet to be seen. I have to see what he brings to the table tonight before I even make a judgment.
Like, Kevin Love was
great. He hadn't even played a game.
He wasn't even good when he had LeBron there and he got a championship. But you know what? Kevin Love, when he's on a bad team, he's a double-double master. But, man, Kevin Love, when you get him with a bunch of good people, he ain't all that great. You know what I'm saying? It's like I can see Zion going double-double.
He was still, I mean, you're talking about a top 3 player on that team with Kyrie and LeBron.
He didn't play in the postseason all that much.
But all I'm saying, he has a championship.
Yeah, I mean, no.
And he's still a good player to have on your team.
But I don't see LeBron coming to play in New Orleans with Zion is what I'm trying to get at.
Oh,
I guess
absolutely not.
They're saying Zion is
that.
LeBron. Zion is not caring. There will never be a day that Zion goes and makes an announcement and says, I'm taking and going to South Beach. There will never be a day that Zion is, people are coming to play with Zion. They are talking today. I read this article that Zion will be the player of the decade. And I'm going to tell you right now, you're on drugs. Tyrone Biggums has smoked less crack than you have, obviously.
I wonder where he fits in as a piece in the NBA because we have not seen it. People say Charles Barkley did it at 6'6". Yeah, he did. He sure did.
That's what they
but
keep
is he Charles Barkley?
This is what I keep saying. Charles Barkley could shoot like nobody's business. Zion doesn't. Like, Charles Barkley was like, look up his career field goal percentage.
Yeah, I'm not saying that, but I don't think also that we
Karl Malone.
I don't think we can. No, but I don't think we can count out Zion's jumper, count out what he is able to do off the dribble and shooting. I don't think we can count it out yet.
Well, like, what do you mean? Like
he can shoot the ball. It's not like he is an awful shooter.
When can he shoot the ball? When did you see a video of him scoring when he didn't duck?
At Duke, you don't remember what he did? He scored 20 points a game.
Yeah,
let me go find
the pull him up.
He shot threes,
and like
it's
half
not like,
of them were dunks.
Well, yeah. What's your point,
dude? What I'm saying is, okay, Karl Malone. They could try to compare him. He was 6'10", 290 pounds. 290 pounds, 6'10". You got Charles Barkley, who's the smaller. 6'6", 260. He's 6'6", 280 pounds with no shot at all, and he's 19 years old. All I'm trying to say is, wake up, people, including you. He's 19. If you think this dude's going to lead you to the playoffs and to a bunch of wins, then all those people are on drugs.
I can agree with that. I don't think he's going to make all the difference for that Pelicans team.
That's what they keep
saying.
But
I do think that he can be a very productive pro. Is he going to be the number 1 overall Hall of Fame guy that people were, hyping him up to be? Not necessarily. I don't think so. Could he prove me wrong? Yes, but I want to get back to this, his three-point shooting. He was not horrible. He shot 34% at Duke.
How many shoot?
He shot 71 during the year. He shot 3 a game, made 1. That's about where he stands at Duke. Remember, he's 19.
No,
I know.
He can
do all these things.
No. I am not trying. Look. I'm not.
But to say he is going to push that Pelicans team over the edge to make them in the playoffs
here's
is
what
lunacy.
I want to read to you. Here's one of the things. This is one I wanted to bring it up. Luka Doncic couldn't hold Zion's jock. Huh? This, by the way. is from an SI rider. Okay? Luka is almost an MVP candidate this year. He is one of the best shooters I've ever seen. And by the way, he's an inch and a half taller than Zion. No, he doesn't weigh 280 pounds, and he can't dunk it like Zion. But if you're going to tell me right now, honestly, that you would take Zion over Luka and you've never seen Zion Williamson play a game in the NBA, I'm going to tell you, Mr. S.I. Ryder, you're full of... Don't even...
But here's the other thing. With Zion, there is ridiculous concerns about injury. He's huge. Okay, he is 6'6", 270. He is the size of football players jumping off of the ground 40 inches in the air.
44, they say.
It is very, very scary if you're the Pelicans right now when you think about what he could be like, how much he could get injured in his career. He's already missed the whole basically first half of this season because of the same sort of knee injury that he had at Duke. It's a recurring theme. They have to that's my biggest concern with Zion, because I think when he's on the floor, he can be a very productive pro. I think he can be a double-double guy.
Okay,
I think he can play physical. I think he can shoot the ball a little bit. But at the same time, you have to be concerned about some of the things that he brings to the table. He's 6'6", and he tries to play power.
This is what I wanted to read to you, and I want you to tell me if you believe this. Zion Williamson, Lonzo Ball, Josh Hart, Brandon Ingram, all these guys being young, could grow into being the best team in the Western Conference. And I just want to throw up and say, sure, Tyrone Biggums, get out that crack rock and start smoking it. Let's get high. What are you on, bro? Like, are you serious? Who the hell's your 5? Jahlil Okafor? Is it Derek Favors? Who y'all got? Like, actually down there. I think they have Jason Hayes.
Okay. All of these tweets you're referring to, I mean, come on. This is way too early to even say anything
here's another one,
like
basically.
that.
He's going to be LeBron. No, he is not. He's not going to play point guard. Lonzo Ball will play point guard. Zion Williamson will not be LeBron James, y'all. Like,
and again, I think we have to say this a lot in sports. Like, can we give him, let him play a game first?
Yeah, that's a good
before
point.
we start making him a All-Pro Hall of Famer, best player that ever lived.
And you know what? We did this with LeBron, as somebody did hit me. And by the way, a guy did just hit me, like a tweet from Bano Udrich, who played here played here for the Grizzlies, knows a lot. He said some really great things about Zion, and I guess they trained together or something. Dude, training together and working out together and stuff doesn't mean you're going to translate into one of the greatest. We're talking about LeBron James, one of the greatest players in the history of the game, okay? And I love what he did in his 1 year at Duke. Don't get me wrong, but they didn't win the championship. I need just people to check yourself before you wreck yourself, because you make yourself sound like an ignorant person who's never watched a ball game. Honestly, I believe if Zion was playing football, he'd have a better chance to go to the Hall of Fame.
The truth of it is he's got time to develop. Do I think he can become a incredible player? Yes.
I don't.
But at the same time, there are definitely disadvantages to him as a player. He's 6'6", and he plays power forward. He doesn't really handle the ball all that well. He's really athletic. I don't want to say injury prone yet, even though I am definitely terrified of the explosiveness he has at 280. Okay? You got to understand, he is 6'6", 280, and is way too explosive for his own body. He needs to lose a couple pounds.
And by the way, Charles Barkley,
to hold that,
the heaviest he was listed, now this is listed, was 252 pounds. Now, he may have weighed more, but 6'6", 252. He's 6'6", and Zion is listed as at 284 pounds. 6'6", 284, Charles. 6'6", 252, his biggest year. He came into the league at 6'6", 200.
So with all this talk, I want. Can I address the text line? Is
yes,
that all
you
right?
Can. You can.
All right, 67129. Let me know what you expect for 1 tonight, Zion's debut, and 2, what you expect for his career. Is he going to be an all-star? Is he going to be all NBA guy? Is he going to be a Hall of Famer. Let me know. Is he going to be a role player? Let me know what you think.
Best question, actually. Does this not feel like the Kevin Durant? Not quite Kevin Durant, but doesn't it feel like the, and I hate to say it, Greg Oden, Kevin Durant draft? Like, wouldn't you would have loved to have been number 2 that year? I'm not saying
too early. Again, you're telling people it's too early to be crowning him king, but I think you're a little too early to be calling him Greg Oden.
The rookie of the year. I ain't calling him Greg Oden. I ain't calling him Greg Oden. But I will remember they were all excited about having Zion, and nobody was like, they're like, oh man, we got Kevin Durant. I'm like, dude, you got the best scorer in the history of college basketball. What are you talking about? You got the better player. Plus, you got the kid out of Ohio State's got a knee injury. Dude, Kevin Durant, we've seen what he's become. Telling you, Ja's got literally, you know what Ja is? He is the athlete of, like, he has Dominique Wilkins athleticism. Literally. Like, he plays like Neek. But he has the size of, like, let's say, a Russell Westbrook. But he plays big like Neek. And he has vision. Like, I hate to say this because nobody had that vision, but he has court vision and passing skills like my man Magic Johnson. Or let's just be realistic. Let's go Jason Kidd. Let's say he has athleticism like my man Dominique and vision like Jay Kidd, but he's also got a damn shot. It ain't Steph Curry, but it's close to Damian Lillard. I'll take that all day long, all day strong. Look at the numbers, man. They right there. And plus, this is his rookie year.
I think he's Ja. I think he's Ja
In
Morant.
fact, he is.
I don't like the comparisons to other
We do that
players.
in sports.
We
do it.
Yeah, but I think he is his own player.
He's
But
his own
I
man.
want to know from you, from me, from text line, what do you expect for Zion's debut tonight?
For me?
Yeah, right now,
Simple.
as far as points, rebounds, what are we looking for?
I'm going to see, he's probably going to get like, I say 15 minutes, 3 dunks, 3 fouls, and sent on the bench.
Points and rebounds.
6 points, 4 rebounds, 3 fouls.
I'll go 10 and 6. Like I'm gonna stick to it.
15
10 and 6.
minutes.
10 and 6. 10.6 rebounds, and about somewhere between 15 and 20. I don't see him going over 20 tonight. I don't think the Pelicans are dumb enough to try to push it with him this quick.
Can you just like I hate to be mean, and I'm getting off because I got to get to Hardwood because it's so big. But like Yao Ming was 7 feet 6 inches. Sean Bradley 7'6". You got Nuke Bull who's 7'7". Mirashal 7'7". You had what I'm trying to say is in the NBA, my man Jonas Valanciunas is looked at as a little dude. Why is Zion not looked at as a little dude? Oh, because he weighs 280
I look at him
pounds?
as a little dude, to be honest.
Well,
6'6".
that's what. But everybody's calling him the biggest, baddest dude that ever played in the league. And I'm like, dude, what are you on, man?
They just
Karl
think
Malone would've
the
pimp slapped
skill
him
set that he
upside.
showed at Duke. Okay, we know that the skill set he showed at Duke.
I just think
really
millennials
believe that
don't
he's
know
great.
basketball. Sorry, I'll be back in 2 shakes.
Oh,
millennials!
You're
gonna
take a shot at
I
millennials
slapped
before the
all
break.
y'all.
Before the
I
break,
had to
you
slap
know I'm a
you, too.
millennial.
That's why
and
I
you're
did
gonna
it.
do
That's
it
why I
right
did
before
it.
the break.
By the way, I give you like
Right
credit
before
as
the
the
break.
smartest millennial
But,
out
but
there.
I don't care. I don't care. I don't need you don't need to group every millennial into this.
Patronize.
Come
I
on
don't
now.
need to patronize you.
God, let's just get to break, man. Come on.
Sports 56 Happy Hour with your boy Johnny Radio and my man Gabe Kuhn right here on Sports 56 96.1 and 87.7 FM.
Sports Time on Sports 56 with Wallow and Stats. Weekday afternoons from 3 till 6. Right here on Sports 56, 96.1 and 87.7 FM.
Hi, I'm Troy Fiveash, owner of Fiveash Roofing. Do you have any idea why I never speak the way I am right now? It's because if you're honest, sincere, and knowledgeable, you do not need fast-talking, high-energy, gimmick-promising advertising to get a customer's attention. Speaking of that, how do you think companies can offer huge rebates and giveaways when you use their services or buy their products? By overcharging you in the first place, that's how. Fiveash Roofing doesn't operate that way. It's misleading and dishonest. When I provide a customer with the best products and the best service possible and do it at a fair price, why would I need gimmicks to sell it? Best products, best warranties, and best service possible. That's all we offer. Well, that and financing. Fiveash Roofing, proud partner of the Memphis Tigers and the official roofer of the Memphis Tigers home team. Fiveash Roofing, fair, honest, and ethical. 367-0050 or memphisroofer.com. 367-0050 or memphisroofer.com.
Fiveash Roofing, it's what we do. We're here for you.
At Jason's Deli, you can stuff yourself full of great deli food that's healthy, fresh, and best of all, it's not expensive. Jason's Deli is all about choice. Whether you're looking for a gluten-free menu, vegetarian sandwiches, healthy kids' meals, or if you'd like to invent your sandwich via the build-your-own selections, Jason's Deli has you covered. And they only use fresh, wholesome ingredients. Choose from the club and specialty sandwiches, paninis, wraps, soups, salads, pastas, and much more. I love the cleanliness in the restaurant, the hospitality, and of course the cost. They have a huge salad bar and great soups, including Southwest chicken chili, fire roasted tortilla, organic vegetable, tomato basil, and many, many more. And if you're planning an event, their catering department is fantastic and can handle any size party. Go check out Jason's Deli's 4 locations. On Ridgeway in the Park Place Center, that's my favorite, on Germantown Parkway in Cordova, at Poplar and Highland, and on Goodman Road in Olive Branch.
I Buy Houses, 901-406-1101. That's 901-406-1101. I Buy Houses. I Buy Houses will buy a house in any area, in any condition, and yes, it's guaranteed to close in 5 days. If you need to sell your home quickly, call 901-406-1101. If you've been through a divorce, if you lost your job, if you're tired of renters, I Buy Houses can get you your money quickly. I Buy Houses will buy your home in Shelby County, DeSoto County, Memphis, Bartlett, South Haven, Horn Lake, Olive Branch, anywhere and everywhere in between in any condition. And yes, they're open 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. I Buy Houses, 901-406-1101. That's 901-406-1101. Grab that pen, 901-406-1101. I Buy Houses.
DeSoto Auto Sales specializes in late model cars with low mileage. They have the highest standards in the car industry. All of their cars are test driven, checked out from head to toe. Unlimited inventory, every make and model. And if it's not on the lot, they'll find it for you. Walk in the door of DeSoto Auto Sales, 5704 Goodman Road. Within 45 minutes, you can test your car, get credit approval, and finish paperwork within an hour. No shortcuts at DeSoto Auto Sales. Kind, courteous employees, a down-home environment. DeSoto Auto Sales cares about your time. Lowest prices in a 350-mile radius. We're living in a world today where time does matter. Visit them online. Check out their referrals. DeSotoAutosales.com. Very proud to serve DeSoto County and other surrounding areas. DeSoto Auto Sales, 5704 Goodman Road. Call 662-890-7184. 662-890-7184. Come on down to DeSoto Auto Sales.
Got something you want to get off your chest?
You better have a backup plan.
Want to join the conversation?
Someone needs to tell him he has to grow up.
Join us on the First Bank phone lines at 360-8255 or the First Bank text line at 67129. Welcome back to Sports 56 Happy Hour with Johnny Radio. This hour is brought to you by your CBD store, your one-stop for all your natural, organic, and non-GMO CBD products, where good health hits home. Here's Johnny Radio himself, John Harden.
What is up? What is up? Welcome back into a little Johnny Radio's Happy Hour. You know I love you. I can't wait to talk to you. And I'm going to tell you a little secret. You can talk to my buddy Gabe at G_Coon71. Very simply, 901-360-8255. Give him a call. Sports 56 Happy Hour with your boy Johnny Radio. And how do you get with your boy Johnny Radio? At Johnny_Radio. And by the way, you can hear us on the FM channel 96.1 FM, 87.7 FM, and of course the original AM 560. But we have stretched out. We have spread our wings to fly. We are also at Sports 56 WHBQ on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Periscope, YouTube, all that good stuff. You name it, you will find us. Come and check us out. You'll absolutely love it. I can promise you that. Speaking of love, I'm about to give you a little bit of hardwood, and let me tell you a little secret. It does feel every bit as good as they've always told me. I can tell you that. Today's going to be one of those days where you're like, whoa, did that really happen? And I'm going to be like, dang right. That's why truth is always better than fiction. Now, rest in peace, Terry Jones, Monty Python, by the way, for all my old fellas out there. If y'all don't know who he is, you're probably a millennial like Gabe. Loser. No, I'm just kidding. Before the break, I think you would know what I'm talking about. We were joking around with millennials, and then Gabe put me in a pretzel and broke my arm, and taking shots now at millennials because he hurt me, man. That was not fair. Thanks, Gabe.
I have no more comments for the day. I will not be talking for the rest of the show. You're on your own, buddy. If you keep coming after millennials, like this, I will. I'm going to get transferred.
Daughter, I was going to say my daughter's also going to beat me.
I won't produce anymore.
My
How about
daughter's
that?
going to beat me.
Any more comments for the rest of the day?
Because of her, I will quit. Nah, for my man Gabe, I'm always just playing. Y'all know that, but I'm dead serious about this when I say that. We're about to go down to Hardwood, but I want to remind you, go down to Central Barbecue. Make your wife or your husband or your entire family happy, your significant other. You can make people in other states happy because you can go to Eat CBQ. I'm serious as a heart attack. Just type up EAT. Can you eat? Do you know how to spell eat? Everybody knows how to spell eat, right? I can spell eat. Go to eatcbq.com. Guess what's going to happen? You're going to find Central Barbecue, and you're going to say to yourself, no way. And I'm going to say, way. Eatcbq.com. Ship their amazing barbecue to all those people outside of Memphis that don't get to enjoy smoke as their sauce. You know that Central Barbecue has the best barbecue in the world because it's the best barbecue in Memphis. You know because you go to their 4 great locations, downtown, Central, Summer, and the new one on Poplar. But also never forget, all those people outside of Memphis, they don't eat good pork. I can promise you that. In fact, I don't even know if they know anything about pork. If you want to make sure that they're doing pork right, make sure they're porking it the right way. Go to eatcbq.com. Give them the pork they deserve. Smoke is their sauce. It's our sauce, but make it their sauce too. You know what I'm saying? Give a little love. Central Barbecue, I promise you, again, you can find them right behind the Civil Rights Museum. And again, the original gangster on Central. My peeps on Summer, what's up to all of y'all in the new one? It's beautiful, it's blue, it's awesome, and it's right down the street on Poplar. Central Barbecue, they're simply the best, and they give me Hardwood.
This is Access Hardwood.
No. Halt.
Uh-oh.
What generation are you part of? Are you an X? Are you an Xennial? How do you call it? Xennial?
I think mine's called old.
No, you're going to tell.
Gray? Actually, I don't know. What am I? What's 77?
Oh, you're Gen X.
I'm an Xer?
Oh, you're an Xer. Freaking
That
Xer.
sucks.
All those Xers out there, man.
So what's a Gen Xer
You want
do?
to come after me, all right? I'm going to have to start getting
Could
your
make fun of
Gen
Gen
X.
Xers.
Yeah.
What did we do, by the way, besides follow the dead and smoke pot? Those were what they did. Trying to figure out what they did. Live in their parents' house.
Nice.
They watched a lot of movies like Cheech and Chong and that one that has what was it where they all like hang out at the tower and they had like the stoner guy and the quarterback. It's not Fast Time at Ridgemont High because that's one of them. What was the stoner movie from the day that everybody used to watch?
See, you can't even remember freaking Xer.
Dead gum.
You're Gen X.
Look
at you.
This is gonna make me actually crazy. 67129. Can y'all help me out? There was like Matthew McConaughey was in it. He says all the girls get older. You know why I like high school? Girls get older, but I stay the same age. That was from that movie. What's that movie?
Fast Times.
No, that's Fast
I
Time
don't
at
know,
Ridgemont.
man.
I say you forgot it. Man, 67129. Somebody's
Freaking
going to save
Xers.
me. Xers, man.
All these Gen Xers.
Speaking of Xers, have you heard about this? Your Sorry team trying to replace Mr. Well, they're not Your Sorry team. It's Your Sorry team that gave him up, which is I think,
what's up?
No. Your
Is this
team,
Hardwood or is this
no,
Bash
no,
Gabe? Bash
no,
Gabe
I
and the
was
teams
being
you like.
Bash. I apologize. I was being mean to you, but you did just beat me up during the break.
Xers.
Now, I wanted to ask you: do you feel great that Marcell Ozuna is off your club?
Not necessarily. No, they need to replace that bat. But in the
But
field,
do you not feel like he was like very, like in my opinion, he was one of the more overpaid, underrated. Like he didn't live up. He didn't play.
Yes, but if
he
you're
used to be
talking
a Golden Glove outfielder, he was a great
he was
hitter.
an awful fielder.
And he became an awful fielder. But did you know that he won a Golden Glove when he was down in
But
Florida?
that exit velo, man. Oh,
I know, he hits it
don't
hard
get me
as
started
hell.
about that exit
He
velo.
does hit it
okay?
hard.
No, but you got to replace the bat. You got to replace the bat. But what we got for Hardwood today, man? That ain't no Hardwood story.
Well, dude, I was just
All
making
these-
fun of your team, but now I want to
see you. What's up?
Well,
what's up? Do you want
me
to step
bring out
outside?
the nice stuff? All right,
do
you
we
ready
need
for
to?
Hardwood? This is my favorite one. So, let me just tell you what happens if you ever think that you're going to rob somebody. You better look around. And if you see a bunch of furries, let me tell you something. You might want to put your gun back in your purse or your pocket or whatever. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, well, man, you need to follow Alan Elzer. And they tweeted out how a group of furries stopped a domestic violence assault that could have turned deadly.
What are furries?
You don't know what furries are?
No.
Oh, okay. Well, I'll tell you about furries. Furries are a group of people who don't like the stigma that society has placed on them. So they dress up in animals in costume and they become their creatures. And now to be a real furry, you have to create your own furry. You know what I mean? And it's a very, very intimate situation.
So you can't just be an animal.
No.
You have to
this
be
is
like
very
a certain.
important.
Okay.
Like your fictitious character is very important. Like it's important. Like your mask. And then they go to these parties, and if you find another furry you're into, it has nothing to do with the person, like your skin or your physical appearance. It just has to do with your personality and what you like as a furry. And the next thing you know, you're having furry babies. You know what I'm saying? Now, I don't know if they take their hat off when they're in labor.
Wait, they wear a hat?
Well,
like,
I mean,
is that
yeah,
like
dude, like yeah,
they dressed
have
up
a
in
whole,
costume?
Like
I get
the
that.
costume, but the hood part, like the headgear. Because believe it or not, you're gonna laugh at me. I actually talked to a furry. Yeah, I talked to everybody. And they told me that it was very, 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 very important. Like the head and the body and the way they design it. And also there's a big online presence for furries. But anyway, the point is, I can't believe how in-depth in furries I was telling you. That is
Furrypeoplemeet.com.
But there were 6 furries. And they were going to FurCon, by the way.
Furryonly.com.
Which is in San Jose. And by the way, furries, it says right here, it says this. They are enthusiasts who celebrate characters and stories involving anthropomorphic animals or fictitious characters that have human traits that lead into hopefully romantic relationships.
Furriesmingle.com.
Furries Mingle, baby. Is that out there? If not, let's make it. Do you think it's out there?
We could make an app, man.
Dude, let's make furries.com
Instead
right now.
of Tinder,
we don't have to be a furry to make it.
Let's do it.
Let's do this. If you beat us to it,
Do we have an app developer? If we have an app developer listening out there, please hit the text line. We will be in contact.
There's a lot of
with you.
furries out there. Because you know how I know there's a lot of furries? Because there's a lot of crime out there. And you know what? There was a crime going on. And there was this dude who was beating up his girlfriend. And let me tell you a little secret. I can't stand a man who hits a woman. I don't like people who take advantage of those that are smaller than them. Like Gabe beating me up during the break. No, I'm just kidding. Sorry, Gabe. I don't want to put you in that one. But no, for real, I don't like people who are a-holes. And guess what? These furries saw a man beating up a woman, and guess what? All 6 of them jumped into action, and there's a video that somebody took that is the craziest, and it looks like it's a TV show, but you see 6 characters beating up a dude, and it doesn't look real like you think it's a TV show, but then police come, and they literally arrest the guy and find like a gun, but like the furries beat the tar out of the guy and saved this woman's life.
Why have you not shown me this video?
Dude, it's so good. I don't know why.
I am angry at you right now.
It's hilarious, but one of the furries, by the way, her hat gets, or it was a female, I found out.
And she went for the
hat gets
first.
knocked off, and the first thing she does is she's like throwing punches, and the hat gets knocked off, and then she stops throwing punches and immediately goes and grabs her hat and puts it back on.
Of course, man, you're a furry.
And I'm like, damn.
Furry's got to do what a furry's got to do.
She's like in the middle of a fight, and she's like, yo, I just lost my headgear.
Yo, so speaking of another fight where somebody got jumped, okay, I know the Delonte West story. It's very sad. It's very sad. But a Maryland police officer, Prince George's County Police, have suspended the cop who shot the video that showed Delonte West as he was being questioned while shirtless and handcuffed. The police department put out a statement yesterday afternoon.
What?
And one of the 2 videos circulating on social media shows a thin, shirtless man. Obviously, we figure out later that it's Delonte West. I thought this was interesting because it did kind of like the video raised some awareness to what Delonte West was going through. So weirdly enough, obviously there's going to be the negative of the social media age, but I do think there was some positive coming out of this to a certain extent, like at least trying to go out and help Delonte West.
No, I do agree. We talked about mental illness. I talked to you earlier about how I don't think because you're an idiot like Antonio Brown is an excuse
Not
to
everything's
sit there and
mental
say
illness.
mental illness. Delonte West has been diagnosed as suffering from schizophrenia and bipolar disorder. He was diagnosed at 17 with that. He was on medication while he was playing in the NBA. He was thoroughly medicated and checked on, and then once he's done, and this is all I want to say, and you know this, when you're a pro athlete or even a college athlete, your life is what? Structured. You wake up at a certain time, you go work out at a certain time, you eat at a certain time, you see your friends at a certain time, you study at a certain time, you got free time at a certain time, you got to do this at a certain time, then you have bedtime. When you live a structured life, it is a lot easier to maintain, especially if you're suffering from a mental illness. Then when your career is over, the fact that they just basically let you go, that is where my heart breaks for Delonte West. And I feel for this police officer actually who shot the video in a way where I feel like I should punch him in the head for not getting up and going doing something and doing the right thing. I feel for him like that. But what I'm saying is I feel for people who literally have fear because they suffer from mental illness and they know that if they don't continue working or continue doing this or that they might not get the care that they need, and next thing you know, they end up like Delonte West, and that is where we have got to fix things as a society.
Now, what do you think about the officer? Is it okay that he released it, or is it not? I know,
I don't
legally,
think it's okay.
Legally, it's not okay. You should have. Apparently, you have to, jump through a couple hoops to be able to release something like that and get the proper.
I don't think it's okay because it made him look like a heartless. I don't.
I just think it's a weird thing in the social media age.
I don't care about. Listen, I don't care about the legality of the fact that he shot the video and they're like trying to say they suspended him because of he didn't go and get like a signature or whatever BS because he's a political figure. That's not the point. Why didn't he put down the camera and go help the dude?
And help him. Yeah,
that's where my problem is. Like, why are you videotaping this? Are you not a dude that protect and serve? Protect and serve.
I will agree with
Doesn't
that.
mean protect the rich.
It's just such
Doesn't mean protect the people you want to. It's protect and serve the public. All of it. And if you can't do that, then you don't need to be wearing the shield, bro. And that's where I think the problem is. And I don't care about this, especially in today's world. Like the fact that we want to talk about, like if he put it on Twitter, who gives a damn? We put everything on Twitter. We put everything on video. There's cameras everywhere. You can't go outside. And by the way, just to mention this, did you know that Tennessee is trying to now pass a new act that you can't go out in public if you don't show your complete face? Did you know that?
Did not know that.
So
That's
yesterday when I was wearing a hoodie and a scarf, I could have been stopped and frisked according to the new Tennessee vote that they're trying to pass. And by the way, since we are on this, I want to bring this up, and I want you to call your senator and your congressman or whatever you need to call, because this has me absolutely furious. I didn't expect to necessarily go here, but there are two things that have me ticked off. One is this, and I talked to a constitutional law professor at the University of Memphis. He was also on television this morning. I'm sure a lot of people know who I'm talking about. And he basically says this is absolute insanity. But here's what Tennessee is trying to do. If you go outside with a hoodie or anything covering your face, it automatically allows a cop to stop and frisk you. Can I just say WTF? Did we not go through this with New York and stop and frisk was found constitutionally illegal? Why are Tennessee lawmakers trying to again go against the Constitution? It was freezing yesterday. So you're telling me when I walked my dogs, y'all could have stopped and frisked me? Because it was cold? Come on, man. Literally. And then the other thing I was going to say is, a judge, and I'm going to make fun of you for the rest of my life, and I want everybody to look at this. A judge has refused to overturn part of a Utah law. It's called lewdness. The law is against a woman who was at her own home, topless. She is getting divorced. Her husband, quote, ratted on her and said she was topless. Now she's facing charges to where she could face 10 years in prison and register as a sex offender because she was in her own home topless. What is this world coming to? Please, people, wake up. Like, all this stuff like y'all are trying to do, let's stop it. And again, also sports, it just goes back to Derek Jeter. That one idiot's always got to be out there. This dude, by the way, just so you know, I got to go to break, but Derek Jeter was not unanimous, even though he is number one in hits, runs, doubles, triples. He's third in homers, fourth in RBIs, fifth in walks. Oh, yeah, that's all in the postseason. And then his career in the regular season, that's right. Guess what? He's 11th all-time in runs and has the 6th most hits. But yet he wasn't unanimous. So I guess there's an idiot out there for everyone. Don't forget to not touch that dial. We'll be right back with the pick of the day on Sports 56, 96.1 and 87.7 FM.
Search Sports 56 on Facebook and give us a like. And follow us on Twitter at Sports 56 WHBQ.
The construction reduction event is on at Wolf Chase Honda. Exciting changes are in the works and inventory must be reduced. Get the best deals right now on all remaining 2019 Hondas while they last. Every new car, every certified, every used car, price to go. Get pre-approved now at wolfchasehonda.com. Wolf Chase Honda is expanding and our prices are dropping. Don't miss these savings. Act now. This huge construction reduction event ends soon.
For the best lineup of quality, fuel-efficient, and fun-to-drive vehicles, get to Wolf Chase Honda and Wolf Chase Nissan. Over 1,000 new certified and pre-owned vehicles in one great location. Catch the savings now during our huge model year-end sales event. Score an amazing deal at Wolf Chase Honda and Wolf Chase Nissan and get to the game in style at Germantown Road and Highway 64. Family-owned since 1981.
Hewlett & Dunn, nestled on Old Town Square in Collierville, has 4,000 square feet of the largest boot selection in 200 miles. International boot legends Luke Casey, Double H, Red Wing, Ariat, Justin, and Tony Lama. Hewlett & Dunn has rubber hunting boots by Dry Shod and recently has expanded the selection of safety work boots. Filson Hunting Gear, biggest selection in 3 states, and now carrying Duckhead. Western wear, hunting attire, jeans, belts, hats, and more at 111 North Center Street, Collierville on Old Town Square. You need to stop by Hewlett & Dunn? You bet your boots.
If you're going on vacation, making a college campus visit, or if business takes you out of town, there's just no better place to board your dog than Barks and Recreation, 965 Reddick Cove between Bud Davis Cadillac and the Blue Plate Cafe in East Memphis. Boarding, daycare, grooming, we have the best of everything at Barks. Indoor-outdoor kennels so your family member can go in and out as they please. Indoor and outdoor play areas. 4 walks a day, group play, and individual attention from the best staff in the Mid-South, which includes an overnight staff to ensure the safety and comfort of your pet 24 hours a day. All reasons to choose Barks and Recreation above all other boarding and daycare facilities. BarksDaycare.com or 509-0909. Check us out and make your reservations now at BarksDaycare.com. If your dog could speak, he'd say Barks.
You've heard of James Gaddis Jewelers, but have you heard what they've done lately? Everything, a tremendous selection of diamonds and jewels and gold and silver and more. Lots of watches, tons of custom-made jewelry, diamonds, fine gemstones, bracelets, necklaces, so many choices. Romantics will love the one-of-a-kind estate and vintage jewelry. James Gaddis has experts in wedding and engagement rings, plus 2 repair experts for fine watches and jewelry. Layaway and financing available. James Gaddis, local and family-owned. Whatever your dream, make it come true at James Gaddis Jewelers, 4900 Poplar.
Welcome back to Sports 56 Happy Hour with Johnny Radio.
Kick it over here.
This hour is brought to you by your CBD store, your one stop for all your natural, organic, and non-GMO CBD products, where good health hits home. Here's Johnny Radio himself, John Harden.
Shackles, ball and chain. Listen to the whistle of the evening train. You know you about to wind up dead. You don't head back to Tennessee, Jet.
You don't head back to Tennessee, Jet. Man, welcome back into Little Johnny Radio. Oh, you know who I am. Your sports mixologist. We're chilling here on Sports 56 Happy Hour. I'm going to tell you a little secret. Today has been a great day. I've enjoyed it. I got to talk to y'all all day long, hang out with Gabe. We've had a lot of fun. But tomorrow, I think today was great. Don't get me wrong. I loved it. But I think tomorrow, it's going to be just like, wow. You know why? I'm going to give you a little Peter in the afternoon. Oh, you know who else is joining me at 2:30? So 1:30, I'm going to give you a little bit of Peter. Then at 2:30, Isaac Simpson's going to join me. And then guess who's joining me at 2 o'clock? Jerome the Bus Bettis. That's right. I'm going to give you a little bus action. I got my man Isaac Simpson in the hizzy. And before I give you the bus, I'm going to give you a little Peter. What else could you ask for? Is that not all a human could ask for during Sport 56 after?
Loaded show tomorrow.
Fully loaded show tomorrow. We're just shooting it all over the place. Think about Little John. Oh, skeet, 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 skeet. I love Little John, by the way. It's one of my favorite songs ever. Little John, you're a great, great rapper. Now, tomorrow, we are just dropping it on everyone. Now, I'm going to drop some money on you right now. Now, speaking of dropping it, do y'all want to drop it like it's hot? Drop it like it's hot. Now, tonight, we watched Kansas. We watched something that was very embarrassing with Kansas State. That wasn't cool. Now, Kansas did cover easily because they beat the brakes off of Kansas State. Then they literally tried to fight and beat the brakes off of each other. Like, Silvio D'Souza was grabbing that chair and
Bill Self has announced that he is suspended indefinitely. Silvio D'Souza, that is. So they're going to be missing him for quite a while, is my assumption.
They just got him back too.
Yeah, exactly. I got to imagine though, you know, in the next week or so, we're going to get an actual number of games that he'll be out. I'm sure
10.
I'm sure they're going to
11.
let him play.
Like, what do you think? 5,
season.
10? What are you thinking?
10 seems fair. 10 seems fair. Miss most of your
Is it 10 because it's
your
just
conference
like a nice
season.
round number? Or what? Like,
Miss most of your conference season.
Yeah.
And it's sort of up to the school because it's an institutional thing. So,
well, I've been waiting all till the very end of the show to tell you what the bet is today. So just do me a favor. Go down to Fitzgerald's. See my buddy Chris. Say what's up to him. And then just say, I'm going to drop some money on Memphis, baby, because you know what? They are -3.5 against Tulsa. I don't know why Memphis is getting all this disrespect. Look, Tulsa is 4-1 in conference. I'm going to give Tulsa some credit. Come on now.
Tigers have never beaten Tulsa in the Frank Haith era at Tulsa. At Tulsa. They've never won at Tulsa.
I was getting ready to say the same thing, and you know what that means, don't you? Due factor, baby. Tigers are due.
They're due, baby.
And it's not just that. When you look at it, when you got DJ Jeffries, when you got Precious, and then when you got Malcolm Dandridge, who's turned into what I call little Joey Dorsey, and he's little Joey Dorsey. He's got guns. He's getting ready. He's growing. He's going to keep going. And, man, you got Alo and Harris, and you got Lester making shots. I'm telling you, Tulsa's in trouble. Pull out all your money. Lay it down. Tigers, just go ahead and put it on the money line. They're only -140, please. I love all y'all. Get out there. Do me a favor. And remember, by the way, the Mets got a new coach, Luis Rojas. Oh, my goodness. Get out there. For Gabe Kuhn, I'm John Hard. Make the world a better place. We'll see you on the flip side. Peace!
You'll see the dead